A 95-year-old woman who ran over and killed a man as she visited her husband's grave has walked free from court. Frail Gertrude Lister stepped on the wrong pedal, sending her car flying through a hedge where cemetery worker Paul Mills was tending graves in the Valentine Day tragedy. The married dad of two, 47, had been in the job for just 6 days. A judge today took pity on Lister, who hobbled into court using a walking stick, and handed her a 16-month jail term suspended for 2 years due to the wholly exceptional circumstances of her case. She was also banned from driving for the rest of her life. In an emotional letter to Mr. Mills' family, read in court, Lister said, "Not one day goes by when I don't think about what happened and how hard it must be for you as a family. Words cannot begin to explain how sorry I am." It continues, "I can't undo the distress I caused you all, and as I work through sorrows I shamefully ask for your forgiveness. I know only too well what it's like for a child to lose a dad or to lose a husband. I am sorry for what happened. It hurts me every day. I am a good person and I have never caused harm to anybody in 95 years. I know it can't bring him back, but this is my apology to you." Judge Paul Dugdale, sitting at Reading Crown Court, Berks, heard how Lister visited her late husband's grave in nearby Bray on their wedding anniversary on February 14 last year. She was leaving the cemetery when she accidentally pressed the accelerator instead of the brake on her Hyundai. Prosecutor Richard Milne said, "It went forwards fast and she could not control it. She tried to control it and pressed harder on what she thought was the brake and went through some hedges and shrubs." Mr. Mills was working on the other side of the hedge when Lister went crashing through and collided with him. Defending, Richard Shepherd said, "The first thing I am instructed to say is sorry. Sorry is a short word. It's used frequently and easily in today's society. It's often used without real meaning." Gertrude Lister was born in 1922. When she says sorry, she means it. How can one demonstrate one is sorry in these particular procedures? There's only one thing Gertrude Lister can do to show how sorry she is, and that's to plead guilty, despite the subtlety of evidence the lawyers in the room would appreciate. Nevertheless, to demonstrate her sorrow, her true remorse, she pleaded guilty at the earliest opportunity. She is a woman of impeccable character. Her first job was working as a nanny before getting married and working in the family business and volunteering, post-retirement, in the local church. Judge Dugdale told the court, "The reality is she made a serious driving error accidentally, which had terrible consequences." He added, "I am going to take into account her old age, her remorse, her driving record, the lack of any aggravating factors within the sentencing guidelines, which all lead me to the wholly exceptional circumstance of sentencing her with a 16-month prison sentence, which I am going to suspend for 2 years." Lister admitted one count of causing death by dangerous driving at a hearing last month.